Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special here as the UNF1 commentators, myself, ROP, Pepsi Freak, and Donut Glazer, Travis, are going to interview the championship contenders for the final race before Suzuka. And I am joined by, as I just said, Donut Glazer. Donut, can you say hello?
Hello, Donut.
And we have here today Freddy 2 Real, who currently leads the points ahead of Cross by over 16 points. Freddy, can you say hello?
What's up, guys?
All right. Now, we got a couple questions, and we're going to ask you a few questions for your big climactic battle at Suzuka. And I'll just jump right in with the first question. I guess the first thing I'd like to ask is that since you were a UNF1 original driver, you've been here since day one, and you've seen a lot of drivers come and a lot of drivers go. Has that really affected you in any sort of way? Because as some drivers have left, some fast drivers like myself, Johnny, and Cross have joined this league, do you think that has helped you, hurt you, or just kind of just been welcoming of all challenges?
Well, we started the league off originally. We had a full 20 guys. Over time, a couple guys, didn't really fit with our, with the schedule. We always had, good talent. Another original was like Ficker. He was really fast. He beat me in the race in Italy. We had Vice Shang. He beat me in the race in Britain. So, some people coming, some people leaving. It's been interesting.
Well, that's good to hear. I do have another question here about your teammate. You and Brevin currently lead the constructors by over 30 on Haas and about 42 on Racing Point. And we can see, at least through chats and other things, that you guys are relatively close on and off the track, whether in the party chats or in group chats. So I guess my question is that having that good connection with your teammate, does that give you an advantage on track, knowing that, all right, if I'm struggling a little bit, Brevin can help me out, maybe give me some kind of setup tips along the line?
Oh, yeah, I definitely appreciate Brevin. That's why we're number one in the constructors. It's a team. It's a team effort the whole way out. If he's not on the track racing, he's always in my ear letting me know, what's going on around the track. Just right last week in Abu Dhabi, he helped me, keep a consistent pace. That was honestly, our best showing, or my best showing, the whole season. Didn't pick up any penalties, and I was in an intense battle, multiple laps, managed to get out of there with, cleanly. So, I always give credit to Brevin. If he's not racing on the track, he's always helping me out. So, I definitely appreciate him helping us win this constructors over here.
Well, that's good to hear. Good teammates are really good to have in this sport.
Yep.
I do have a couple more questions, but I'd like to throw it to Travis since he hasn't had a chance yet to ask anything. So, Travis?
Hey, Freddie, what's up? Freddie, my big brother, F2 teammate. I gotta say, between you and Pepsi here, you guys you're both really talented at defense. I think that's incredibly difficult skill to develop, but you're also both really, really good at overtaking. And part of what makes you good is saving your ERS, I think, and we saw you do that last race, but I know you were battling Cross. Cross was like burning through his ERS, through his energy, trying to stay in front of you. I guess what I'm curious about is, how did you develop those skills? Did one come more naturally than the other, or did it take you a really long time to build up the ability to make those overtakes and learn how to block? I think that's something that people who watch our league that want to get into racing and want to get into leagues, that's something that they need to kind of understand what goes into that process.
No, definitely. So, what's up, Travis? I appreciate the question, man. My teammate, you the man, OG commentator. I always appreciate you, bro. But, just with like overtaking in general, it's kind of been just something I've naturally picked up over time. You kind of, like we talked about earlier in the season, you kind of want to force the other driver into an uncomfortable position, just being patient. I feel like that's my strong suit. I always like to take my time, never rush anything. And that just helps me, save ERS over the course of a race. Because, we're running 50% races, it's long, it's usually an hour long. You got to keep your composure, a lot of things can go wrong. So, the main thing I would just say is, just practice. Preparation is key. If you feel confident, you can do whatever you want on track, for sure.
Confidence is like 90% of the battle, I think. I think some people don't really understand that until they've been out there in a big group of cars when you're trying to make moves and there's no space. One of the other things I wanted to ask you is we had a pretty intense Instagram vote battle for our final racetrack. Are you pleased with Suzuka, or are you kind of in the middle about it? Kind of what is your confidence level going into this last race as far as the random selection of the track we had?
Oh no, of course. I mean, I was in favor of Suzuka the whole way. It's definitely a track that has some history. It's legendary. It's only right that we end the season off here. I mean, Abu Dhabi was a great track last week. We had a close battle, but this week with the track being so tight and so fast, it just takes one false move and the race is over. So that's why it's probably the best way to end the season, and we're just hoping that it's just a good race all the way around.
Well, yeah, you kind of stole my question there, Travis. I was actually I was gonna throw a question similar to Suzuka myself, but I got like two more here, and then we will let you continue on with your day. Question 3 is, there is a small chance that there could be a tiebreaker scenario going into this final round, whether Cross, for instance, can get 15 points, which you finish, I think, 5th, and he would win, and then get the fast lap, he would tie. And there's also a nightmare scenario where even myself can somehow force a tiebreaker. But I guess the question I have is that there's no real open plan if there was a tiebreaker, and our commissioner has said flat out that he would consider a 15th race if that was on the table. So I guess my question is that what would you want in that situation? Would you want a tiebreaker maybe based by wins or fastest laps where you may be down on Cross, be a co-champion with Cross, or myself, or go for a 15th race and just say, screw it, let's do it on track?
Okay. I mean, the ideal scenario is to just close it out this weekend. I'm going for the win. But, if it has to come down to it, I mean, I wouldn't mind maybe if we can't all get together for a 15th race, maybe just a head-to-head, 1v1, best out of 3 series, 5-lapper, to make it intense, or we could do, a full grid race, whatever everybody thinks. I'm down for whatever, though, but I'm definitely looking to close it out this week, so
yeah, no,
let's see what happens.
I believe you will, but, I mean, anything can happen, so I throw it out there because
For
we
sure.
don't know with a
Definitely.
tiebreaker. Anything is possible. And my last question will be, it's kind of just a straightforward question here. Assuming that Cross is listening or will listen to this, is there anything you'd like to say to your rival before your final showdown in Suzuka?
Hey, man, all I gotta say is, bro, just go out there, do your thing like you always do, man. You're a fast guy. Just don't lose your head too early, because you know me, man. I'm always there. So, hey, watch the outside.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to part 2, or I guess another interview with another championship contender before this week's Suzuka Grand Prix. And I am here with Travis, who will help me interview Cross Tommy. So, Travis, say hello.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And Cross Tommy, would you like to introduce yourself as well?
How you doing, everyone? Doing good?
All right. I guess we'll propose the first question here. And, well, let's just say that during the season you joined very late. You joined by the Chinese Grand Prix, and you didn't score points till the Hungary Grand Prix. And does that really, and you've had to work extra hard to make yourself a name in this UNF1, because all the drivers ahead of you that you've beaten in the championship, except for Freddie, have come in at an earlier date. So is coming in later been a challenge for you, or have you kind of embraced it and made it kind of one of your characters?
Well, it's been a challenge. I had to do a lot of time trial. I had to practice a lot, and I guess it paid off because now I'm like 15 or 16 points behind Freddie. So yeah, that's paying off.
I guess you could say that. Yeah, you're only 60. You beat me. Well, I could still pass you for second, so let's not get too aggressive. But
Well,
for right now, you're still ahead. But anything can happen in Suzuka. Question
That's true.
2 would be that you've also really not had a teammate for this whole season. Fabian was here at the very beginning, and then he kind of had to leave after China. And then you got partner up with VRT/IRSL Storm, who only got 4 points, and then also had to leave the league. And you've basically scored almost, I think if your total is about 190 in the constructors, and you've had about 150, if I'm not mistaken. So you scored about 34 points were not yours, and the only higher point total from teammate to teammate would be Ferrari. So I guess my question is that has it hurt you that you've not had a teammate? Because Brevin and Freddie have had a strong connection, that's kind of helped them. Or have you kind of just been good alone, and going into next season you'll probably have a teammate? Who are you possibly looking for in a teammate?
Well, I would rather anyone as a teammate, honestly. Noah, I'm good friends with Noah right now. Really good driver. Probably anyone, but I don't need a teammate. I'm fine being by myself, but a teammate would be the best thing. But I can carry the Haas team all the way. So yeah,
I mean, you
I'm
do have
perfectly
an
fine.
outside chance at the constructor, so again, anything is possible, but the road
Yeah,
is a little
anything is
harder
possible.
alone. I also do love the short answers you're kind of giving me, because, I mean, it's fine. Freddy's a little longer, you're a little shorter. That's another little flaw. But I'm now going to let Travis ask a few questions here. So, Travis, take it away.
Yes.
Carlos, I was wondering what changed for you from your first race. So the first race we saw you in the league, we knew you had speed based off the time trials and based off your reputation coming in. But that first race, you seemed to kind of miss the mark a little bit. But since then, you've been like legitimately on fire. So what has changed from race one to now?
Well, the time into the game, I'm putting a lot more time into it. I took this league very seriously, and so I wanted to practice and practice and practice and practice, and I guess it's paying off. So
So
yeah,
speaking of, yeah, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off your answer there. You can finish if you want to.
you're good. Don't worry about it. Don't
All
worry
right.
about it.
So one of the questions I had about your practice is we see you all the time in the Discord and the group chat, man. You're always on. You're always out there grinding. So what kind of can you quickly take me through your practice kind of regimen? If you don't want to give away all your secrets, you don't have to. But kind of like obviously your goal is to get quicker, but where do you start and how do you get to where you finish?
Okay, so kind of I do a random setup out of nowhere. I make my own. I do a random out of nowhere. I just change the wings and I just run like at least 20 to maybe 10 laps. I start get used to it, and whatever that fastest lap is, I put this setup on. Then, and if I can beat that lap, then I'm doing good. Then I keep that setup. If I don't beat that lap, maybe I put another setup or whatever it is. And so I just keep practicing, maybe like 40 laps, 40 to 50 laps. So yeah, maybe even less. Who knows?
Yeah, you get
Sometimes it
less
could
if
be
it's going
different.
well.
Yep, exactly.
Right. I'll follow you. I'll follow you. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was my main question about your practice, man, because that jump you took was like, we talk about in other sports, it's like it just clicks, and for you, it seemed like it clicked really quickly. And I mean, that's due to your time, man, that you put in. That's all right
Yeah,
there.
Right,
exactly.
yeah. In Hungary, he was fighting me for fourth, and he made kind of a bad strategy call. And then, legitimately, once Spain hit, he's like, "All right, I'm gonna go on a 4-win streak here. Just say screw it.
Yes,
Let's put the
indeed.
foot down.
Yeah,
Show these people who I am."
Well, I wasn't ready for the win. That's the thing. I was like, okay, we'll just get it like at least a podium or
Yeah, you did
points, whatever.
spin early in that race, and that safety car saved your bacon along with Johnny, and then you just
Yeah.
kind of took the ball and ran with it.
Yep. I just ran. I just ran going. Didn't even care about nobody else behind me.
I guess that's one way
Nobody
to
else.
look at it. We do have a couple more questions I'd like to throw out there. I did ask this question to Freddie last night, and I will throw the question to you. There is a chance you could possibly end up tied after Suzuka weekend, and there's even a chance I could end up tied with Freddie. If a tiebreaker were to occur, is there any kind of way you would want to see it happen? Because if it was by wins or fastest laps, you'd probably take home the championship. Or there's a proposed 15th race in the works if there is a tie, where it could be a load of possibilities. So I guess my question is, would you rather go by like a statistic for a tiebreak, a 15th race, or be a co-champion with Freddie?
Well, if there is a tiebreaker, if there is, I'll let the viewers or whoever is subscribed or whatever it is followed, let them choose. You know, because they've been watching us forever. And how about let them choose and maybe let them have a control. You know, let them control it.
So you basically want to take the power out of Sarfretch's hands and give it to the people.
Yeah, kind of, yes. But I don't want statistics because then that's just not fair. That's not just racing, you know. That's just statistics. That's nothing to me. It's nothing. You can literally win any other race if you practice that one big race, you know. But I don't like statistics. I rather practice. I rather just race, and not statistics. That's just my decision. That's how I see it.
So you and Fred are kind of in agreement that you both want a 15th race if it were to come to this, which I guess will please the pockets of Sarfretchia. So I do have
Yes.
one more question before we will let you go. And again, actually I got two more. Sorry. because Travis did bring this up yesterday, and I'm shocked he didn't bring it up today, is that for the fan vote for the track, or I guess the driver vote, it was between Suzuka and Spa, and Freddie was really pulling for Suzuka in his vote. I kind of like to know, where were you wishing we would have went? Are you happy with our selection, or would you have preferred if we went to Spa? And do you think that's going to affect you, or do you just take the challenges as they come?
I take the challenges as they come, Pepsi. Whatever track there is, I'll put the practice in. Even Japan, I'm not really good at Japan. Really not that good. Even the times, not that good. But I did vote for Belgium. I did vote for it. I love that track. It's fast. Has good DRS zones. So yeah, I like it.
I mean, I have seen you in some quick races, and you have been really rapid at Spa. So again, I'm not shocked you did vote for Belgium, but that is sometimes how the cookie crumbles.
Yes.
Last question, and I did ask this question to Freddie last night, and I will throw it to you. Assuming that Freddie does listen to this, which I assume he will, is there anything you would like to say to your rival before you two duke it out on the track at Suzuka this weekend?
Or I'm not gonna be cocky. I'm gonna be like respectful.
Well, you don't want to take your 80s wrestling chrome out there?
No, I was gonna be very respectful, but Freddie's a good driver. He's a really good driver. He pushed me a lot. So yeah, even at Abu Dhabi, even the last races, the 4 wins in a row, he pushed me a lot. So yeah, I thank him, and I hope there's a tiebreaker so we can go in that last race. You know, give us all another chance for more points.
Like
yeah,
the battle, it's
let's
like
see.
the battle of the offense against the battle of the defense. Freddie's more of a defensive driver. You're more of an aggressive driver that wants to get the overtake done. But
Yes.
thank you for your time, Cross, and we hope you do
Anytime.
well this weekend at Suzuka. Well, again, maybe not too well, because again, I'd like to maybe get second or
You
first.
need to win. You need to
Yeah, I
you
need a
points.
miracle, but maybe I'm hoping for a tiebreak. But I'm hoping for somewhat well from you two. I'm not gonna wish vain. But
No, it's
thank
gonna
you
be
for
a
your.
good race, though.
Yep, it probably will. So thank you for your time, Cross, and we hope you have a good night.
Anytime, y'all. Anytime.
And that will do it for me and Travis, and that will be basically both our interviews. So we hope you will join us this Saturday, December 19th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. GMT for the finale of UNF1. And if you're feeling cocky, why not join us for on Sunday too for the UNF2 race, where both these people joining me will be racing as well. But regardless, I'm ROP Pepsi, and this is Travis. Thank you and good night.